You know what time it is, people? It's high noon! 2 towering criminals is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete a game of chimps using just 2 towers. You know the jargon. We are here in update 49 with a brand new tower, along with that new 2-tower chimp possibilities, including the Golden Justice with the smoke and ire in his eye, alongside a brand new tower to the index, the biggest one. So anyways, let's put down our Desperado tower and see how this individual cow monkey performance. So similar to the Mortar Monkey, we get an upgrade at tier 1 for this tower to enable it to see camo balloons, which is very important. But also, in order to see camo lead balloons, number 1, we have the, lead balloons in general, we have the Dead Eye upgrade, which gives this Desperado tower a range rifle, which enables us to hit lead balloons, which is very, very good. But even if we did have an issue with lead balloons, well, in the early game, we've got that sorted. Right, we've cleared round 8, which means now we can put our mortar anywhere as long as it's not going to be in the range of our Desperado tower, because we are going to be utilizing the Wanderer and the Nomad traits. Mainly Wanderer, so that if we place our mortar within the range of Desperado, he will not be able to shoot as quickly. I don't know the ins and outs of this tower. I've briefly touched this game before I left for work today, and I have a full 8-hour shift from 8 till 4, which means I only had a very, very minute opportunity to check this game out, and by the time I actually awoken, feels like every single possible new OG2TC has already been done. I love it when a game releases at a crap time in Europe. Anyways, I've not been paying attention and this is going to leak. You can tell about round 10, Desperado's not very good, although I could upgrade something. You know what? He'll work better as a Wanderer. Times 3, which means if we place 3 towers around him, he will not gain this benefit whatsoever. I think that's a bit better. Still need to focus on our Desperado tower in order to get through this scenario. As much as I'd like to increase our means with the mortar at the moment, we just can't really at the moment. But we will go up to the bigger blast so that we can use these circles more effectively, so that our blast can actually hit the majority of the circles. Sometimes it feels like it's out of range, and other times it does hit everything in the circle. It just depends on what the dice rolls when it comes to where the mortar lands. Is it going to be dead center, or is it going to be somewhere, well, not dead center? Round 15. What shall we do here? Okay, we've got the Eagle Eye upgrade, which means that we can just leave this for a little bit. Okay, shots get a chance to crit. Crit to chance goes up when target balloon is further away. So it's kind of like the Sharpshooter Dart Monkey or the Robo Monkey Super Monkey, but with a bit more RNG because it's about distance. Yeah, we are truly going lone wolf with this Desperado tower because of the nature of snipers, and they don't really want to be detected like being in a large crowd. Shell shock, lovely! And in this update, the mortar received no adjustments. Brilliant! Although I'd say that the pop and ore was a bit better when it had more bonus damage against bads and bosses, and when it was cheaper, but beggars cannot be choosers. We'll get the Bernie stuff because I've done some testing when it comes to the biggest one and the different cross paths it has. And if you have like rapid reload on this map, it only does about 10 to 11,000 damage, but rather than going with rapid reload, we go for Bernie stuff because you can take out nearly every single aspect of the bad layer of the bad by going with the Bernie stuff cross path. It's that much more powerful against single targets. Obviously, when it comes to crowd control, you want that rapid reload, but for that single target damage, Bernie stuff is so much better. You get to like 26k. It doesn't pop the badge, but you're so close to actually popping it. It is super duperly unreal. Right, time to burn them. Okay, we'll go to Bullseye. We'll soon go up to Deadeye, where this thing will be able to hit lead balloons, and that's going to be especially useful because, am I right in saying that this is the first tower which we have received where you go up to the tier 3 middle path and it receives an ability, rather like every other tower only has an ability until we get to tier 4. So that is nice. Right, let's get Deadeye now. We'll just get Nomad because why not? Attacks faster the more balloons are in range. When lives are lost, this is kind of like a bomb blitz scenario, so it only gains something when you lose lives. Gets temporary range and attack speed increase, plus a small amount of cash. Only the first sentence applies to us here because this is a game of chimps. I think this cross-pathing is only specifically better with a tower which can be placed far away from the Desperado tower, but other ways I think you could see a benefit when it comes to going with the quick draw and standoff cross-pathing with Golden Justice. I love this portrait, by the way. Round 39, our quick draw has not been selected, but we are definitely still having the quick draw in our means of destruction. There we go. We've got the big one. We're going to get the bounty hunter. Should I get bounty hunter next? Because this upgrades the Deadeye ability, actually, or the take aim ability. It doesn't say it within the description of bounty hunter, but Bounty Hunter gives Deadeye a benefit because of the fact that when you apply it to a tower, not only does it grant that tower camera section, it also grants that tower black popping, purple property, and white property means of being able to pop them. So it can damage black balloons, zebra balloons, obviously white balloons and purple balloons. Which for this case and scenario does two things. Number one, it gives me temporary camera section, but also gives it temporary black property capabilities of popping them. Which is very good when it comes to a particular foe that happens to be, annoying in the 90s. Called the DDTs. One thing that's incredibly cool about this particular path of the Desperado tower is the fact that it has incredibly good single target damage. This thing can take down the bad without issues. Round 49, not a problem whatsoever. We may encounter problems when it comes to black balloons, like particularly round 61 could be a problem. And I also see round 95 being an issue as well because of, well, all of the camos that spawn on that round. Like this alone is not going to be able to take down all of the camos around 95, which is where the take aim ability comes into place for our mortar here. Yeah, we're going full western here. We've got the old timely skin on with the Moabs, and we've got the new cowboy hats as well, which comes with the Desperado pack, in which you can purchase from the store. I'm thankful to everybody so far that has used my creator support code. The creator support code, by the way, is just the name of a channel, Flare Balloons. And if you pop that in when you're purchasing this pack for yourself or anything within the store, then a small slice of the pie goes towards my way, which I'm very thankful for. Even though the shockwave damage of the big one and the biggest one can hit black balloons, no problem, it does 1 damage, which against a DDT, when it has camo detection, is not very ideal. Okay, I'm just going to activate that now, and this thing can hit the camo balloons around 59, which is good. Yeah, Bernie stuff is amazing. Like, the amount of damage that you get with the ticks rather than the initial blast itself is just amazing. Okay, we will use it on this round. Just make sure the shockwave damage is not the thing that is impacting the balloons the most. Right, round 63, no problem. But then again, this thing has very good single target damage, so it can actually do decently well against the ceramics on this round. It's just the fact that this thing keeps hogging all of the show when it comes to killing balloons in their numbers, not doing a huge amount of damage, well, from a single projectile, but it still does anyways. And I'm glad Ninja Kiwi has not seen the great potential that is the both the base damage of the mortar itself, but also the amount of potential that the burning stuff applies to it. And for some odd reason, I'm not too sure if this is a trait to the Desperado Tower per se, but sometimes when balloons just travel, it looks like they're actually being affected by a plutonium reactor or something. And is that a trait that the Bounty Hunter or the Deadeye upgrade gets? Possibly. But the Bounty Hunter ability, Mark to Pop, marks extra balloons, then proceeds to attack all marked balloons. Marked balloons take more damage, but again, this is CHIMPS, sorry. More damage and gives more cash. All Desperados can target marked balloons. But there is a small issue with this though. If the marked target is behind a line of sight blocker, so let's say if the balloon for some odd reason is hiding behind this rock, then it can't be destroyed even though it's marked. Camo problems? Zebra problems? No problem whatsoever. You just need to space out your ability uses so that you are always able to use them, because of the fact that it does have a cooldown. I think it's about a 50% ability duration versus the time it takes to cool down, so you need to kind of space out when you're going to use them so that you can A, get the best benefits from them, and B, you don't lose a round because you timed it too early or too late. Round 74 coming to A. Outstanding close. Okay, so that's a new priority, and this is down to prioritizing marked targets, I imagine. So if I select that, then anything that is marked, it will just instantly prioritize. Also, we have the biggest one now. 78. Gone. The only downside to the marked to pop ability is it's kind of like, it's similar to Pat's level 10 ability where it stops the tower from being able to target balloons on the screen because of the small fact that you're trying to mark your targets and then pop them. But unfortunately, yeah, similar to Pat, it takes away its ability to attack, which could be vital. You could have that time instead actually spent popping the balloons. Sorry, I'm a little cranky today. I woke up very early and now I'm trying to get a video out on a game that I've barely had any time to play, whereas everybody else in the world has been able to play for like 10 hours or so. I'm not jealous at all. Right, here we go. Round 81. This thing just completely annihilates the super ceramics inside, no matter if they are not fortified or fortified. The flames will just incinerate every single bit of buff that you have by being a super ceramic and having the fortified part on you. Take no time to be instantaneously charred. Right. It's definitely time for high noon. They say Desperado's long arm can hit clean through an army of balloons. Only very effective on straight lines. Hello, Mom. I'm too poor to afford the Ray of Doom on my darling gunner. Don't worry, my child. We have Ray of Doom at home. Meanwhile, Ray of Doom at home. Some madman with a long arm rifle. To look at this single target damage, sometimes 2,000, but perhaps it's just hitting multiple targets there. So I think a true test to see how much single target damage it does would be, well, if there's only a single target on the screen and it has a high amount of HP so that it doesn't instantly die. The only way to make this video even more Western is by putting a black and white filter. I wouldn't do that, would I? The first true test of the take aim ability. And, yep, they're being burnt, which means you, for a small open window of opportunity, I don't know how I get my words mixed up there, can actually defeat the one thing that stops you from progressing in a normal 2TC run with any other kind of tower. camo popping and black propping. Propping. I am now propped up to pop black balloons and camo balloons. My name is the biggest one. I have so much destructive capabilities, but my true weakness are camos and black balloons, which the DDT is both of. Also, the ability icon changes from tier 4 to tier 5. Rather than being red marked balloons, it's now blue marked balloons. Yeah, round 94 is being cleared. Now the true test here, round 95. I'm gonna put you on there now, and I just hope that I was calling you the sniper there. Desperado is able to clear up the rest of these. Hopefully, marks targets. They feel barely marked, but look at this destruction that's happening right in front of us. And even when you're no longer able to hit DDTs because you lost your camera section and black propping potential, the burning stuff from the previous shell still lingers until the tick damage has run out. Time for you to go south, balloons. By the way, there's nothing that's going to stop us from succeeding this run now. Like, round 95 is really the only test to see if we can actually do this or not. But this, folks, is what we call a very potential run. I can't really see this being done on many maps just because of round 95. Like, round 99, easy. Round 98, it's easy. You've got the biggest one with Bernie stuff. This is designed to clear out so many. Look at the tick damage. This is not the shell. This is the Bernie stuff. Ninja Kiwi's made both cross paths just as viable as one another. But look at this. That is so much damage and not from the shell. Okay, round 99. Use the ability again. Takes a bit longer to pop everything. Okay, so activate the ability a tiny bit later on so that we can hit everything. Yeah, this is better now, actually. Much better! Burn! Thank you very much. Now, single target damage. Okay, so you kind of vary... Your damage is really inconsistent. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm going to put you on there. And you have an incredible amount of range, which is why it's appropriate to put this screen over here so that you do not lose a little bit of your Wanderer trait. Bad is going down very well. So yeah, the amount of damage that we do is just 400. And then... sometimes maybe it's because it was in the range of a pistol. That's why the damage looked a bit inconsistent there. Okay, now we take aim again and instantly char the DDTs here, and the rest is game, set, and match here. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for watching the video. I know it's a little bit haphazard here and there and all that jazz, but it just has not been my week so far. This is from all of the regrows. On 61 and 79 mainly. But there we go. This is the first combination ever that features the biggest one. And that's just because it can't pop black balloons and camo balloons by default. You are definitely the tower of all times. You give my favorite tower the means to do a 2-tower chimps. That's on a order, but she's not allowed on the index. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comments section below. And something I just thought of that I prophesized in my last video of the Megalodon's ABR video. It's a video twice as that. Imagine for some odd reason, Ninja Kiwi took away the Tsar Bomber's normal damage. It came true. The Tsar Bomber's bombing runs no longer do damage on it's now explosive rather than normal. Flare balloons, the prophecy, or however you want to call it. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please use my creator support code when you are in the store. I've forgotten my bearings. So Rogue Legends is on half price at the moment. And Desperado Unlock Pack, She-Ra Prestige Pack. You get what I mean. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and take care of yourselves. Happy 7th birthday to Balloons Tower Defense 6.